Cheetor is back. Love the upgrade to your body here. This is a true beast machine. Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. We're taking a look at another Legacy United figure. This time around we have Cheetor. Now of course, we did do a review of Cheetor a few years back. We had the Kingdom version, and that was based on his appearance in the Beast Wars series. This Cheetor is based on his appearance from the sequel series, Beast Machines. So he's been given a upgrade in his looks. And of course he's also done up as a core class figure, so he is rather on the tiny side, but hey, there's nothing wrong with that. There are some fans that do enjoy the core class figures, as they are more or less rather affordable when you compare them to a lot of the others. And of course we're going to take a look here at Cheetor's accessory. If he'll stand back up on me there. We have a pair of swords. They connect together to form the dual blade, as you just saw there. And that was a way he used the weapon in one episode of the cartoon. The swords, however, are packaged in the toy like this. Kind of almost like a scissors weapon. That'd be kind of cool if they would ever do that. But as you can see, they can separate into two parts. The one sword just has a single solitary hole in it, and there's a small post, and then there's a square peg on the back of it. And then the other one is all pegs, because it's got a dual peg on both sides, a peg at the bottom for holding it, and a square peg as well. The square pegs come in handy because there are square-like holes there in his shoulders so that the swords can be attached to his shoulders if you get them lined up properly. The left one's easier to put on. The right one, you gotta try to avoid the peg getting in the way. There, whoop. I had it and then I just popped it free. Oh, the benefits. There we go, got it in there now. And then there's how he looks, both of them attached to his shoulders. Excuse me for a moment, battery's getting low. And of course, also with Cheetor's weapons, since he can have individual blades, he can hold each one in his hand and go for some dual sword fighting. Just kind of an interesting look. Although I think a lot of the cheetah kibble tends to get in the way with some of the way he looks. But that's to each their own. Now, at any rate, let's take a look at Cheetor's articulation. You can turn his head from side to side. It unfortunately does not rock up and down at all. His arms can go out to the side about so far, and they can rotate at the shoulder all the way around. You can bend his arm at the elbow 90 degrees, and it does swivel at the bicep. So he has G.I. Joe style battle grip. His waist does not turn at all, so he doesn't have any dance moves going. He does have a dual thigh cut, you know, because you can move his legs out at the hip like so, and he does have the aforementioned thigh cut. You can raise his leg at the hip 90 degrees, and his knees are double jointed. So they can go back and forth like that. Plus he has a second one that's more used for his transformation. And it goes about 90 degrees as well. So all in all, Cheetor does have quite a fair amount of articulation going for him. Alright, let's take a quick look at transforming Cheetor. The first step, they say, is to make sure he does not have his swords attached. So, we've clearly got that accomplished. The next thing to do is we come down here to his forearms, and we're going to fold out the animal paws. Then we come up here and we turn his head so it's facing the other way. And we turn him around and we'll fold up the animal head to sort of cover his head. Then next, we're going to separate his body so that it folds forward. The torso folds forward at the waist. So basically you get this thin bit of plastic that serves as his tail. You will then now fold the tail down. And then you're going to adjust his legs, because as you can see here on his inner thighs there are some plastic protrusions there. And they need to be lined up so that they rest, not fasten, rest in this hole here in his hip. So then once you got him like that, you can extend his legs a bit. Keep them folded there. Come up front to his arms and straighten them out so they go down. Plus, his arms underneath also have little protrusions of plastic, and they connect to these holes on the side of his chest. These are where they get funny to put in, because they got to go in at the right exact angle, or they don't fasten. So they are a chore. And then, of course, once you've got that done, then you can adjust his hip straight up. Get the legs all straight. And then there you have it. Cheetor is in his beast machine mode of a cheetah. And of course, just like with the robot, you can attach the swords onto his shoulder. But of course, the shoulders will have to be a little bit on the loose side from being attached. That makes it a little easier to get them in, because they really don't give you a whole lot of room to do this with. There we go. Got swords in. Get his legs back in position. Get the hip back, and then there we go. Cheetor's ready to go hunting. So now we get down to my thoughts. What do I think of Cheetor? Well, I didn't mind the Beast Wars version that was done in the that was done back in the War for Cybertron Kingdom line. This one, however, I'm not as partial to. I mean, I get the look and such that they were trying to go for with the Beast Machines line as sort of a techno-organic look, and frankly, I'm just not seeing it, folks. But then again, I didn't pay attention to Beast Wars or Beast Machines when it first came out. So, I really can't be blamed for that. It's just, the way I see it, I just don't see it coming through here on this toy. However, I don't want to discourage it due to the fact that it is bringing the Beast Machine line to a modern audience and helping to introduce new fans to it. So I don't want to be too overly critical and sit here and say this thing totally sucks, because in reality it doesn't. It's still a good toy and all that. It's just it's not ringing any bells really with me. But that's more just due to the fact I never got into Beast Wars or Beast Machines, so it's just not my cup of tea, unfortunately. But I won't discourage it from being a bad figure, because it is relatively good. It's got a lot of good articulation. It's a simple one to transform. The only real problem I have is trying to connect the swords to his shoulders. Those can be difficult. At any rate, that's my review of the Legacy United version of Cheetor. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please do remember that if you love the content we feature here on this channel, I would appreciate a like, a share, a subscription, and a comment. This is Sparkster1701 saying I will catch you all later.